2015 is when I started prototyping what became JigSpace in the front room of my house in Pascoe Vale South. I'd been teaching at the time. I was teaching video game development. We were doing a lot of teaching of 3D concepts and everything, and we were doing it in 2 dimensions. So it was like PowerPoints and PDFs and things that we were using. And we had a teaching platform that we'd built in VR, and all of the information that we were sharing was just these flat images. That kind of stuck with me, and I took a Friday off and started prototyping what I thought would be a tool that would let me create 3D presentations about anything really easily. And we used PowerPoint for all of our presentations. I was like, what is the 3D PowerPoint? That's where it started. I called it Jig. The very first Jig that I made was the little IKEA lack table, which is just like 4 legs and a tabletop. I made the assembly instructions for that. And seeing that, it hit me like a freight train, that we exist in 3 dimensions. All of our experience is in 3 dimensions, but the information and knowledge we share is in 2 dimensions. We put it on a piece of paper or a flat surface, a screen. It's all abstracted down, and it's fundamentally unnatural to our minds. And this is all just kind of slamming me as I'm experimenting with these 3D presentations. And early in VR, it just kind of was this seed that was planted in my brain, and I couldn't let go of it, and just started to build. I quit my job and threw myself into this full time. And that was mid-2015. This was before any of the mainstream headsets, like before the first Oculus Rift. So it was very early in the piece, but I'd been playing around with that since 2010. I was working on an augmented reality headset for arcades. So I worked for Time Zone's sister company designing arcades. So I'd been kind of doing this for 5 years at that point, toying around with it. From what I could see in those early days, even my real janky prototypes, I could see that someone was going to do a really good job of the hardware and software, and it would converge into a piece of tech that was powerful enough, small enough, high fidelity enough that we would be able to convincingly bring 3D into the real world. And really, Apple Vision Pro is the culmination of that.